過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another new chapter of The Dark Summoner. This is the true official chapter of this series. In the prologue chapter, I went over our main character and the second-in-command leader of the Order of Heroes, Trey White, or Trey as he likes to be called, as he goes over his adventures in time as the summoner of the Order of Heroes, falling in love with multiple women as well, even though part of him feels like a scumbag for, well, feeling like he's basically just not truly giving them the love that they deserve, but even though they say he does, with him also having that of a bit of a temper as well. Prime example, the reason on why he's in front of a certain red-haired Satan, actually. So, with enough said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 1, Contract Agreements. A side universe, separate to the multiverse of the Fire Emblem universe, lies another world. A world that's equally or possibly stronger than the worlds of the Fire Emblem heroes. However, given the the world-destroying, events that many of these heroes go through, doubtful that anybody in this universe could be able to handle them or rival them. As this universe is home to not just the human race or any other shape-shifting species that you would see in any other universe. No, this universe is home to that of supernatural creatures known as angels, fallen angels, and devils, and many other creatures such as yokai spirits, familiar creatures, and also gods as well. Originally, this world, or rather universe, on its version of Earth, went through that of a great war between the supernatural. The war mostly involved that of those of the Abrahamic faith, that being the one true God of Christianity, as the angels were fighting against the devils, and the devils were fighting against the angels. However, there was also a third faction known as the fallen angels, as they also involved in the fight. God saw his fallen angel children as that of abominations that deserved to die just as much as devils. So the angels had to fight against them as well. But many fallen angels wanted to survive and live. And some still believed in God, the one that created them. So they fought against the angels and devils as well. With that, it became that of a three-way war that even involved other gods from other pantheons, such as that of the Olympian gods, Norse gods, the Hindu and Chinese, alongside the Shinto gods as well, with soon became that of the Great War. However, soon the war came to an end when that of Lucifer and the three original Satans died, alongside that of the God of Christianity as well. However, as for the fallen angels, they did have a figurehead as well, a leader that drove them. Originally, to some people, it is that of Azazel, the first fallen angel. However, that was not the case. The first fallen angel that gathered that of fallen angels was that of Centinaya. However, he disappeared before the Great War even began, having Azazel and those that he trusts as fallen angels to lead alongside him. As for the many other pantheons, well, they all did their own thing. However, many of them didn't even know that the one true God actually died during the Great War. So many of them just believe that, well, the devil's lost, the fallen angels retreated, and heaven won. But that was not the case. The true reason on why the Great War ended was due to their leader's death, and two powerful dragons also interfered in the war as well, known as the Heavenly Dragons. The Welsh dragon, the dragon of domination, Drake, and the vanishing dragon, the dragon of supremacy, Albion, fought in this war, but not against any other faction. The reason they fought was because, well, these two dragons had that of a long-standing rivalry, fighting against one another over and over and over again, no matter what, and which led to the two dragons, well, having other pantheons and religion and the other factions after them, forcing them to fight against one another to put an end to the war. With that, it created a ceasefire before their creators died, and soon after, the two dragons returned to Sacred Gears. The Sacred Gears were the last remaining system created by the one true God, a way for humanity to fight against the supernatural forces of the world, giving humans a chance to survive and fight back. However, little did we know, there was another system that some people believe never was supposed to exist, that allowed humanity to continue to fight back, that being the balance breaker system for the Sacred Gears. Many angels saw this as that of an imperfection into God's system, but in reality, it was not. It never was. It was the last fallback plan for humanity's survival if the one true God died in any circumstances. But many people don't know that, or some people still see balance breakers as an imperfection after all. But even after the Great War, peace still did not reign, at least for the devils. The remaining living descendants of the original Satans, their children or grandchildren, wished to continue the war, to fight to kill the remaining forces of heaven and the fallen angels and anyone else who sided with them. But a new faction rose, otherwise known as the New Generation faction, or the New Satan faction, as they would soon be dubbed, created a rebellion and revolted against the original Satans, which would now be dubbed that of the Old Satan faction. It was a bloody war as always. However, in the very end, the New Satan faction was born and won, with then creating a new system, knowing since, well, devils have that of a low fertility, and which meaning, well, devil children are barely born since the original Lucifer and his wife Lilith were the only two people who knew how to, well, allow certain devil pregnancies after all. But now that they're gone, the devil race is on that of the brink of destruction. But so the new Satans develop a new system, allowing them to survive this war, survive as a species. That being the evil peace system based off chess, actually. The evil pieces will allow any other race except that of gods or to become reincarnated devils, and allowing the race to survive even more, which originally was revolutionary for the devil race, but for those outside of the devil race, it's those who would have become that of, well, powerful Powerful high-class devils are considered that of low class because they're reincarnated devils, even if their power on the same rank as that of a high class or even that of an ultimate class. They're still seen as commoners to the purebloods. But even so, many people still see this as somewhat of a win for the devil race, even though many people are either tricked, manipulated, or forced to join the devil's peerages to either survive, want, or desires, with just as you would see in any other devil. As for the other two factions of the Abrahamic faith, well, the angels have been keeping a secret about the one true God's, destruction. Only a select few of humans who worship heaven and the angels only know about God's death. But as for the majority of humanity as a whole, and even that of the devils and some fallen angels, for example, don't even know about God's death. As for the fallen angels, not only that they were the first to withdraw after the war, with that of the remaining Satans and that of Dragon Albion, they also had to replenish their numbers. But since, if a pure-blooded angel from heaven has intercourse or sex with a human being, or any lustful thoughts or sins at all, they begin to fall. As for fallen angels, since they already fell, let's just say they don't have to worry about that. But there is a bit of discrimination as well, due to that of the generation of, second-gen fallen angels. Fallen angels who are basically half-breeds. Half-breeds with that with either humans or other races, actually. As for the first-gen, fallen angels, even the weaker ones who are considered that of low class, still look down on the second-gen fallen angels, even if they're stronger than they are. With, let's just say, discrimination still lives in all, no matter the times or no matter how old the species is. And you may be wondering why I'm telling you this. Well, it's because I need your help. Trey, White, summoner of the Order of Heroes and second in command of it as well. With the person who said all this, who told this story and tell, that being Sir Zetch's Lucifer, a crimson-haired devil, or as he originally named, the Sir Zetch's Gremory, the first son of the Gremory family, which has the rank of Devil Duke, as Trey, or Trey, as he prefers, basically sits in this chair, having that of an annoyed look on his face, with his African-American skin, with even as his hair, which was originally all black, due to all the stress of fighting and constantly seeing his friends and loved ones nearly die, now turned that of a pure white, even though he's currently that of 22 years old. Even though physically he still looks like he's that of 17 or 18. With then saying, okay, I get it. I absolutely understand on why you wanted me to do this. Oh, wait, no I don't. All I was just giving was a goddamn history lesson! So what the fuck? Why the hell am I truly here, you piece of shit? With, soon, a woman in that of a, French maid outfit, getting annoyed at Trey's tone. However, this being Sir Zetch's queen and wife, and the head maid of the Gremory family, Graphia Lucifuge, with soon she scowling at the young man, with Leon seeing the scowling maid, but not even bothering looking at her, as he just continues glaring at Sir Zetch's, with soon Sir Zetch saying, please, calm down, I absolutely understand how you feel. Saying, oh, do you? Do you really? Because the last time I checked, I was currently in my office doing my work and trying to look after over that of 200 heroes. Last time I checked. And to make sure some of them don't kill each other, if I remember too. I also remembered that I was also planning on spending time with an amazing evening with one of my wives. Let's also bring up that shit, that my loved ones and best and friends are going to be freaking worried for me since they don't have no idea where the hell am I. But also, let's bring up the goddamn fact that I was sucked into a goddamn amethyst purple portal with no goddamn warning whatsoever. So I care to explain, why the fuck is my goddamn black ass hair? With soon the two devils wincing at hearing the word God. However, even though they felt the pain, they didn't show it. As for Trey, he soon brings out the sword form of Blighter Blink, with soon pointing the red blade towards the crimson-haired Satan. With soon Graphia was about to use her ice magic and to attack Trey. However, soon Serzech's raises his arm towards Graphia, with soon she giving that the look, saying, are you serious? He'll, with then saying, don't, Graphia, please. With soon she settles down, as then saying, she doesn't act like a maid. Let me guess, girlfriend, fiance, wife, actually. With soon saying, that was my third guess, to be honest. With soon still having an annoyed look on his face, saying, now, explain. With soon saying, all right, I will. The reason, even though we survived the Great War, and we even ended the Civil War, still there are plenty of things with the current devil faction that's still not perfect. There's still, like I did say, there's still bias and prejudice and hypocrisy, especially when it comes to, reincarnated devils, how they're treated towards that of the purebloods, even though, realistically, reincarnated devils outnumber that of pureblood devils. And the more stronger that a reincarnated devil becomes, they can become even stronger than their master in their peerage. With saying, figures as much. It always happens. No matter how much the master cares about them or how much they pretend to care about them, they always have a hidden agenda, a hidden motive on why they do what they do. It's how it's always been. And I've been through my fair share of that shit to understand. And to be honest, you never told me what happens to that of reincarnated devils who rebel against their masters. Slap on the wrist, prison, any of that. With soon, Graphia flinches for a bit. With then Serzech's sigh saying, they do get punished, actually. But not in the traditional means, to be fair, unlike how certain pureblood devils are treated. Reincarnated devils that rebel against their masters, either by trying to escape or run away, by attempting to try to kill them or assassinate them, or actually do kill their master, they mutate. They become a monster. They become a stray devil. While their mutation restrains their magic and everything that they've done, if they want to regain it, they have to, with Serzech just looking over to the side, and that's of guilt. As for Trey, he soon continues pointing his blade at Serzech's throat, saying, continue, saying, they have to devour human beings or other supernatural creatures to gain their strength back. It's the only way. With saying, you've got to be shitting me. Why the fuck would you have a mechanic like that? Why not just restrain their magic power or anything like that? Why turn them into a goddamn freak or a freaking monster that devours innocent people? With soon Serge just saying, I get it. I understand, but no, you don't. If you knew that you were struggling for people to join, you could have. I know that devils are considered to be evil. Trust me, I understand that. But I realize that even the most evil of beings have somewhat of a heart. As he remembers all of the, evil heroes that actually joined the Order of Heroes, surprisingly, given a select few, to be fair, with then saying, but even so, what you guys have done was basically borderline twisted and selfish. It's like you treat other beings that aren't devils, or especially pure-blooded devils, instead of lower-class beings. And speaking on experience, I understand how that prejudice bullshit actually is dealt with. So again, explain on why the fuck should I work with you, or even listen to what you have to say, Lucifer. With then soon Sartre is saying, I get it. I've just please, you have to listen. It's important, and it's more of a personal favor, to be fair. With then soon Leon stepping back from the table, sitting as he still has his blade out, and is still in the grip of his hand, still pointing at him, saying, explain. With then saying, you see, due to the low fertility rates of pure-blooded devils, our race is kind of dying out. It also doesn't help that many devils that are born are considered to be born with, some are born with imperfections. Some that aren't born with their, clan trait, to be fair. For example, I have a cousin from that of the Beale family. His name is Sayorg. He's the eldest son. However, the Beale family has that of the power of destruction. The same power that I wield, actually. Since he didn't have that clan trait, he wasn't given a chance to become the clan heir. And it was soon given to his younger brother, who's quite an arrogant and self-entitled little brat. Not a bad guy, but just entitled, but still what you would see in your typical snobby, uptight noble. Yeah, again, I've dealt with that kind. So get on with it. With then saying, okay, since we are cousins, and my mother, who was originally part of the Beale family, married into that of the Grimry family, I was born, but not just me. Years later, especially after the Great War and that of the Civil War, I had that of a younger sister. My younger sister is named Rhys Grimry, who's one of the most important people in my life, just like my wife and my son. To be honest, all I wish for her is to not experience everything that I went through as a young man. I was at nearing the end of the Great War when I was just a boy. I also led the revolution before the Civil War, and after everything I went through, I don't want her going through that, not ever, and especially not once. So just like me, my parents and I kind of spoiled her quite a bit. We wanted her to have a happy and loving childhood. But since I am no longer the heir to the Grummery family, she is. But since she is a woman, that means that she would, then soon saying, oh my God, you cannot be fucking kidding me. Are you saying you summoned me to put an end to a goddamn arranged marriage? With soon Sodazush's eyes whining, saying, how did you, again, I've been through this shit. You know how many heroes that I've basically met that have gone through arranged marriages? 5, actually. With soon Sodazush's Ingravious eyes whining, saying, yeah, I know. There's a lot of noble women and men can actually choose on who they fall in love with, especially during a time of war, to be honest. So, yeah. But back what I was saying, You called me here for a fucking arranged marriage? With then Surge saying, it's more than that, to be honest. I wouldn't have gotten myself involved, especially since I'm a Satan, and that means as one of the leaders of the devil faction, I can't show favoritism too much. If I do, then I basically you get called out on that shit. Yeah, I get it. Politics is a bitch. Trust me. I know. With saying, so, I'm guessing that the reason why you don't want her to marry this guy, you don't want to marry your sister, is because, with saying, yes, his name is Riser Phoenix. He's the third son of the Phoenix family. You would think that he would become heir, but he has that of two older brothers, Ruvel and Rufus Phoenix. He also has a younger sister who's a member of his peerage, saying, so even siblings and family members can join peerages too. With then soon Serge just saying, well, his peerage is not what you think it is. I did say some devils indulge in their peerages, didn't I not? Saying, you mentioned it, with then soon saying, oh no. No, you bastards don't. With saying, well, to improve the race, we have to, you motherfuckers. With in saying, you trick people to join peerages. In fact, that basically turns them into goddamn harems. God, you bastards sicken me. With then soon Grafia saying, and you want to explain yourself too? If I recall, my lord did say you have a harem. No, you're not doing that shit. They are not my harem. They are my wives. They are the woman I love. I love them all equally, so don't even try that concubine side chick bullshit on me, you damn maid. With suit Grafia getting annoyed at the disrespect that Trey gave her, with then Serge saying, I understand, and it's annoying, Sir Grafia, just please bear with it a little bit longer. With then saying, so, and and your sister, what is she like? Besides her seeing like the typical spoiled rich girl. Saying, well, she's not entirely spoiled, actually. She's kind, caring, loving, especially to our peerage members, who she sees as her family, especially for those of us in that of the Grummery family. We treat our servants like that of family, saying, yeah, I've heard that before. And last time I checked, a certain someone treated his servant like he was a goddamn tool. And little did I also know, I knew a girl that was basically betrayed by her own servants, especially after everything that has happened to her, as Trey is reminded of Edelgard. Within Trey saying, so what else is there about her? Saying, well, she's a huge fan of Japanese culture, actually. So she's a Japanophile, just like me. Okay, I can get behind that. With then saying, oh, just like that? Hey, if she loves Japan, and especially manga, anime, and many other things from Japan, I can respect a fellow otaku. It's just that our tastes have to align, that's all. But even so, can you explain why you want to stop this marriage by any chance? I mean, how is Riser Phoenix? With then Serge's sign saying, arrogant, self-entitled, believes him to be the best. It also doesn't help that in his debuts as part of the rating games, basically are form of, well, entertainment and ranking in that of the devil, and here in the underworld, he's basically become undefeated. Well, except 2 matches where he threw them out of respect for his family, with then saying, oh, I'm guessing, and is it because his peerage is full of capable and powerful women, since you said that they're basically his harem, saying, then Trey basically cutting himself off, saying, wait, you said his sister's also part of his peerage, And you said it's harem, so, dude, don't tell me. With then Sir such saying, I can't give you any information on that. I'm not really absolutely sure, so it's only speculation. Saying, speculation or not, that's still fucking sick. For Christ's sakes. With then soon, the devil soon wincing once again, hearing that of a religious figure, the name of a religious figure once again. With then soon Trey saying, so basically, he's an entitled little brat that's basically overpowered. And his peerage, if you explain, with saying, well, outside of him and his queen, all of his other peerage members are strong, but, well, they're not really strong. To be completely and utterly honest, they're all basically still on the level of low class. His queen is on mid class, and he's on high class. But that's only it. Everyone else still. As for his, sister, Ravel, she's that of low high class. It's the only reason on how he's able to have her in his peerage, basically since his power still surpasses hers. With then soon Trey saying, "Ugh, fucking A." And as for your sister, Rias doesn't like him because, he doesn't. To her, she thinks that Riser doesn't see her for Rias Grimmery. He believes that he only sees her as Rias of the Grimmery, just the name instead of the person. With then hearing that saying, well, that's something. Plus, she also believes in the whole fairy tale, love romance as well. She chooses the person that she falls in love with and wants to marry, not the other way around, where it was my father and Riser's father, Lord Phoenix, also decides their marriage. So yeah, there's that too. Saying, and you lost me. I lost a lot of respect. I lost 5 respect points from that. So again, I can tell she's a caring, supporting, and also fun-loving person, but she still sounds like an entitled little princess. So my opinion of her still stands. With then Grafia saying, personally, in my opinion, I believe Lady Ritas is just, over-exaggerating. This has to be the duty of the head of the Grimmery family to accept. She has to, and you know this as well, Sir Zetches. With then soon Sir just saying, and don't get me wrong, lady, I know the duty of a family when I see it, but I see this as what I see it. Basically, a bunch of people are afraid and scared that their entire race is going to go extinct. So they basically force 2 people with unique and powerful clan abilities, as you guys said, to be married. Nothing more and nothing less. Am I completely wrong or right about this? With soon, Grafia and Sir Such is completely caught off guard by the African American young man's words. With then soon, as check on the stunned faces, with then Trey putting on his glasses, his prescription glasses, saying, I rest my case. Now, explain to me, why the fuck should I get myself involved into this shit when I have no critical reason on this? With then soon Sir Josh is snapping out of it saying, yes, about that. The reason I say this is because, like I said, I can't get involved. And now that the Phoenix family have been, especially Riser, have been trying to push for the marriage a lot faster than before. So right now, my sister has now been frantically trying to find some way to get out of it. She just found somebody that could help her, a sacred gear user in a town of Kuo where she goes to school at. There, she's hoping to recruit the young man into her peerage, and hopefully his sacred gear will be strong enough to help her in the raiding game. which we plan on implying. Since we know Reese doesn't plan on wanting to marry Riser at all, with then saying, okay then, with then Student Grayfus saying, but as you said before, Reese is a kind and caring person. She's basically the kind of person that is desperate for anything. And so just in case that the boy says no, we would want you to say, within Leon cutting off Grayfus saying, I fucking refuse. With then everybody caught off guard. Within Cersei saying, but you have no idea what Grayfus... Oh, I know what Grayfus was about to fucking ask me, Cersei. You basically want me to join Rhea's peerage as a member of her supposed family, air quotes, and help her in her rating game. Basically, you want me to sell my goddamn soul to your sister. And don't give me that crap saying, but you'll be treated fairly and kindly. I have my duties to the Order of Heroes. I am literally the second in command that keeps that freaking organization of mismatching crazy-ass people in order. If I'm gone, who's gonna keep them in check? Literally no one. Let's also bring up the fact that I don't even live in this damn universe. So I'm basically asking you to send me back to the Order of Heroes. Right now, I have my duties and people to help as well. So open up that damn portal and send me back. With soon Cersei's eyes widening as soon the crimson-haired devil begins to sweat. With then Grayfus couldn't help but sigh, and that's of annoyance and also that's of guilt. With then Trey reading the mood saying, oh no, 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 as he grips his blade. With then saying, you're not saying anything. And he's saying that you won't send me back, which means you have no idea how to send me back. With then soon saying, but we can find a way. I mean, one of the Satans, who's also my best friend, Ajuka Beelzebub, is a great scientist. He showed me on the way. He actually was the one who, brought up the ways to look up those from multiverses. It was my idea to, tamper with it to find a way to bring somebody from another multiverse into our world instead. So I believe that... So you fucking believe that I would help you automatically just because you saw that I was basically the second in command of the Order of Heroes and my abilities alone. Is that it? With then Student Grayfus saying, I told you that this wasn't going to work, Lord Cersei. With saying, please, Grayfus, you're not helping. Saying, and I don't think she's even trying to. And she's your damn wife, for crying out loud. Because this is your damn screw up. You basically took me away from my own home and family and loved ones just to satisfy your own goddamn issues. Especially to help your damn sister. With then hearing that, Cersei begins to erupt his power of destruction. With then saying, don't you dare insult my sister. With then flames of light begins to erupt behind that of Trey, with saying, or what? Just because you're supposed to be one of the strongest people in this universe doesn't mean I can't stand my ground. And the last time I checked, you said you needed me. And also, let's bring up the fact that you kidnapped me from my home and friends. Knowing them, they won't just sit back and do nothing when their summoner and second in command is basically gone. They'll be coming for you. And if they find out that you killed me, you'll basically have that of multiple heroes who are able to basically fight against demons, dragons, and gods at your doorstep. So let's basically go over this again, Cersei Lucifer. Are you going to find a way to send me back to my world, into the Order of Heroes, or not? Because I've been through one-dimensional bullshit after another, and I don't need to go through that again. With then soon Cersei lowering his power of destruction, And seeing the cue, soon Trey does the same as well. As then he sighs, saying, I still need your help, more than anything. If you don't want to join Rias' peerage, I completely understand that. I won't force you. That's fair. But I still need your help. At least continue to look after her. Or if you could, at least train her in her peerage. They're not strong enough to take on Riser. Or try to convince the boy that she wants to join her peerage. Join. I'm asking you, as an older brother, not as a Satan, but as a brother who just wants his sister to live happy. That's all I want. Please, Trey Zaya. Then soon, Trey hearing this, as he taps his finger on that of his white robe, then taking a deep sigh, before quietly saying to himself, I've been too much of a nice guy to help people, especially if those who are really in need. Saying, all right, fine, I'll help you. Then saying, but on one condition, while I'm helping your sister getting out of her engaged marriage, you better find a way to send me back to the Order of Heroes and to my home, as that understood. Then saying, I understand. To completely understand. With that saying, good. Now, I don't want to say order. Where the hell am I going to live? Soon, Zarzach is having that of a smile, as his personality basically takes a 180 from that of a desperate, angry, and somewhat annoyed person. Then soon saying, you're going to be a transfer student to that of Kuo Academy, and you're going to be into that of the third years with saying, nope, bullshit, no. Soon, the two of them caught off guard saying, what is it? I've gone through high school once. I'm not doing that shit again. Then saying, but it's the only way. No! If you want me to work with your sister, is there any college nearby where I can do that? I mean, I may not be able to be close to her, but at least get me into a college. It was the last education I was going through at the time before I joined the Order of Heroes. Soon hearing this, then Grafia saying, well, Kuo does have that of a college division, actually. You may not be in her classes, but you will be able to still be on Kuo grounds, which means the eyes of Lady Rias will still be on you. Soon Trey taking a deep sigh, saying, that will do. Well then, we have an agreement. Until I help your sister out of her engaged marriage, I, Treziah Qualls, second in command of the Order of Heroes and Summoner, will help you, Sir Zetch's Lucifer. But in return, you will find a way to send me back to my home, and that's a promise. And also, I don't want you just to create a portal to some random universe. After all, I want you to find a way back to my home universe. Try, test, figure something out, because I will refuse to just stay here while my friends and family are still fighting the good fight. Then soon, Zarzach is saying, I completely and totally understand, and we will. I swear it. Then Zarzach is offering a handshake towards Trey, soon Trey taking hold of his hand as the two shake, with Terry still having the annoyed scowl look on his face, as Zarzach is still having his playful smile as well, then saying, so, where should I go? Then Zarzach is saying, well then, I guess we'll just have to do a little bit of changes before the new school year starts. Good thing that, well, both Rias and her childhood friend Sona run the school. That also means they run the college school as well. So you have nothing to worry about there. With then soon Trey's eyes wide, saying, "You what?" With then Terry just feels another annoying headache coming up as then preparing his blade. But soon he just takes a deep sigh, calms his breathing, saying, "You know what? I've been pissed the entire moment, and I'm tired, exhausted, and just wants to go to sleep right now. Just send me to the place where I'm going to be staying at for the time being." With soon Sir Zetch is saying this, saying, of course, Graphia, would you please?" With then Graphia preparing a spell circle in front of the three of them. With soon Graphia saying, "Would you step inside?" Saying, yeah, I get it. I've seen my fair share of spell circles." With then soon stepping, as then the three step inside. Within, they arrive in that of a Japanese apartment. However, it's a pretty sizable and spacious Japanese apartment. Basically a 3-bedroom apartment with that of with a large kitchen and a dining room that's connected to the living room. With then Cersei saying, "So, here you are. This will be your temporary living quarters for the time being. Hope you don't mind." With then soon Terry looking around saying, even back then when I was a kid, I always wanted to live in Japan one day, especially since I got into anime and gaming and anime games such as JRPGs." With soon started just saying, I actually did. The reason that's, Rias is a, huge otaku is mostly because I mostly showed her things from Japan, given that one of my servants, Okeda Soji, is actually from Japan. With then Terry's eyes wide and saying, "Okeda Soji? You mean one of the best swordsmen in all of Japan after the feudal era? That Okeda Soji?" With soon started saying, "The one and the same." Little did I know it would cause her to wanting to have a normal life outside of the Grimry family, to live in the human world and just try and have a school life that what you would see in anime. Couldn't help but indulge her, especially our family, our mother and father. With then saying, that still basically shows that she's a spoiled princess." With then saying, "I won't lie, that is my fault." With then Trey saying, "You're a good brother, Sir Zetches." With then saying that, as Sir Zetches was caught off guard, saying, "Wait, what?" Saying, "You're a good brother. 100% you are. However, there is one problem that you made. I understand that you took the position of Satan, but can I ask why? Why did you take it? Because if you didn't, it would have been better if you stayed the heir of the Grimry family, even no matter how strong and how powerful you were, to lead the new Satan faction to a better future after all. So I have to ask, why?" With then Sir Zetches actually sighing, saying, "That's something I can't tell you. At least, not yet." Saying, "Because you don't trust me. At least that's one thing we can both agree on." With soon Sir Zetches basically going back to Graphia, within Graphia, as then saying, "You'll start your new school by next month. At least during this time, try to get a feel of Kuo for a while, actually. And it will give us the time that we need to switch you from that of the high school to the college division instead. So hope you don't mind." As Trey could up and say, yeah, I get it. I'll do what I can." With soon Sir Zetch saying, "Well then, I'll see you around, Trey." As then a spell circle soon appears once again, as then both Graphia and Sir Zetches disappear. Within, Terry looking out, seeing the small city town, saying, "I wonder how the others are doing." With then Trey looking up into the sky, saying, Alphonse, Sharia, Annie, with then thinking about his wives as he placing his hand on the glass, saying, Ash, Fjorm, Levitane, Ligyarn, and Air, please, the 5 of you, wait for me. I'll be home soon, hopefully. As Trey couldn't help but feel even more sad being away from his friends and loved ones. Back with Surzetches and Graphia, with then Graphia actually having that of a chilly ice feeling across her body, with then Surzetches sighing, saying, I know that he pissed you off quite a bit, Graphia, but should it be that on this level? With then soon Graphia still having a stoic look on her face, however, ice still flowing across her body as it's basically turning into vapor, while still showing a bit of ice crystals in the air, saying, he disrespected you. He completely looked down on both of us and saw us as basically as somebody that he doesn't even value. He didn't even give you any respect after everything. With then Serge saying, and should he? After all, we're the ones who forced him from his home and basically forced him from the people he loved. If somebody did that to me, I would be hostile as well. I wouldn't be on the same level he was, but I would still be. With then Graphia settles down at least a little bit, saying, are you sure somebody like him will be able to help Lady Rias? Because to be honest, I doubt he will. With then Serge saying, you didn't see what I saw, Graphia. What I saw was not that of an angry man lashing out about people, forcing him into situations he didn't want. I saw a boy forced into a situation where he had to grow as time went on, to fight for his friends, loved ones, and worlds that he believed that he shouldn't have to, but did. He did it because it was the right thing to do. After all, it's what a hero like him does, and he's surrounded by plenty of them. So I expect he will help Rias. I know he will. I just have faith. After saying that, soon Surzetches still continues walking. Within Graphia's, ice magic begins to die down as she continues walking alongside her king/husband, wondering on what this new world will do with the summoner of the Order of Heroes. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me guys what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. Also, what did you guys think about the little history lesson I added? I mean, to many people who watch my Highschool DxD fanfics, some people don't even understand on what the hell is truly going on and what's happening, because I don't really go down the whole, like how the world of Highschool DxD goes on. So this is the chapter where I decided to, show that, to be fair. At any rate, I hope you guys like Trey. To be honest, he's the kind of protagonist that prefers not to be roped into shit without his consent after all. I mean, he did it the first time when he became the summoner of the Order of Heroes, and he rather did not have to be forced into this shit twice, especially after building a lifelong friendships and romantic love interests throughout his time as the second in command. So yeah, of course he would be really hostile, angry, and pissed at that of Surzetches for forcing him from his home. So, as for what will happen in this story, it's gonna be one crazy ride, especially Trey definitely pissing off plenty of people, mostly because he can, and that's just how it is. So yeah, at any rate, if you guys like this, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Hit that bell notification, keep up to date with my videos when I upload. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. I'll link in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Moki signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care.